Ah! Hi, everybody. My chair's falling down. I just got to adjust it. Oh, for goodness sake. Hi, everybody. Hi, Amber. Hi, Bianca. Hi, Reina. Hello, hello, Orlet. Pooja. Ah, Anna. I was going to prepare something. I thought I'll just pop on today and see about some questions and spend a bit of time with you guys on here, because I know doing this is good. Get some Q&A things happening. Thank you, everybody, for your very kind appreciation. So I'm going to start with some questions. Nathan, can you say your desire every night or just the once and let it go? Nathan, you can do either or. Some people can just do it once and it manifests. Personally, I like to say it again and again and again to get into that feeling of naturalness, as Neville talks about, and then just enjoy doing the imagining or the affirming or whatever it is. So very much a personal thing. Hello, Dee. Hello. Love always. Love always. I'm going to be attending to that thing you and I talked about I'll be doing for you today. I'm doing that for you after this. Okay, and I'll record it and send it to you. Pooja, I'm glad you're enjoying the guided meditations. Good, good. Shan, please tell me when is the time to let go. All the time. Surrender and let go as much as you can when you're not imagining, when you're not affirming, when you're not creating in terms of, a vision board or scripting or whatever. Try and let go, surrender, and allow as much as you can. Okay? No worries, love always. Suki, how do I act when I have my man in my life, but he still hasn't committed to me? Well, Suki, he is you pushed out. What are you doing? Ask yourself. And also, for those of you that want commitment from someone, it's not about getting. Okay, I've talked about this many times before. If your energy is, I want to get a commitment, I want to get a commitment, I want to get a commitment, you're in take mode. Okay, you're better off radiating love out, giving to someone, and then you can imagine them committing to you rather than trying to get. That energy of getting pushes people away, you see. Okay, so try doing that instead of having conversations. And women, we're the worst. Let's talk about this. And why aren't you committing to me? And why? Not saying the men don't do it, but women, we do it more. So take the pressure off. Do your work. Elise, exactly. Allowing. Eric, love to you in Brazil from London, England. Luscious Latasha. So no nap for you. Later. Abhilash. Where are you? And yes, can you elaborate something on holding someone else in a state? Yes, there is a great example. I'll use this example because Neville's talked about it and it's an easy one to see, where he saw a homeless man and instead of holding him in that state, he held him in a better light or in a better state than what he was in. So he imagined him dressed up, cleaned up, in a suit and having a job and having money, and he wished that upon that man. So that's how you hold someone in a state, okay? Actually, it wasn't Neville. It was a story about a man that wrote into one of Neville's books, okay? So, Tony J, I just lost my job. What is the best way to get one as soon as possible? I would go to my channel and put in living in the end, and then practice living in the end of having a job. Okay. Oh, there's also, if you go to my new channel, not the big channel, the meditations only channel, go to YouTube, put in Agnes Vivarelli meditation channel. There is this week a meditation. I think it's the very last one that's been uploaded. It's about for people that don't have a job and want to have new work, meaningful work. Okay. You'll see there's 2 cups of coffee with a heart on it, and it says something to do with meditation for a dream job or meaningful work. So have a look at that to help you. There's also on the main channel a dream job success stories playlist. So put that into the main channel, Agnes Vivarelli dream job playlist. And there's people that share their stories, amazing stories from the viewers about how they got work, how they changed their situations, and it's all condensed and packaged into a playlist there for you. Okay? Tony J. Wendy. Hi, Agnes. Can our SP feel our energy if we're happy or sad? Well, Wendy, see, when people ask that question, it's about it says to me you're trying to get into your specific person's head. Okay. Can I suggest you try to stop doing that and focus on your self-love and just radiate love out to them? They won't feel your neediness anymore. You will be in emotionally a much better state, and then they can come back. Okay. While you're in this, I want to find out what they're doing. I want to get into their head. It's like an addiction. Okay, it's like I need to know what's going on with them. I need to go what's going on with them. And it's this preoccupation with them that takes the focus off you. Okay, I'm not saying you shouldn't care what's going on for them, but it's this trying to get into people's heads or trying to get them to feel your energy. It's not, you're not going around it, the circle in the right way. Pull your energy back, focus on you, do your self-love, really radiate it out to them with a giving, and just trust that energy travels. Pinpointed focus between you and a specific person, it does create, but you've got to just do it with giving, allowing, and surrender rather than hopping into someone's head. Okay, Wendy? I hope that makes sense. Okay. Anel, if I go out and meet people and it feels like we are vining, but they don't text me afterwards or don't text back, what do you think I have active in me and what can I do to change that? Well, you're being aware of that in the first place. And if you're thinking about someone not texting you, that's about you trying to get from someone still. See, we've got to drop the getting vibe. We've got to drop the getting energy. And we've got to work on really connecting to the love we have within and start to really learn to give it without trying to get. Okay? It's the whole thing of I need to get that causes this handbrake in specific person relationships, you see. Okay? And also you can apply the living in the end stuff too, which comes from Neville. Put in living in the end or living from it in a playlist, and the word playlist in my main channel. Okay? So, Nidhi, can you please talk about attracting a guy who lives very far away? Well, space and time don't matter, Nidhi. Have a look at a YouTube I did called Collapsing Space and Time, and also put into my channel Long Distance Relationships. There's a workshop there. It's free. I think it's 6 parts, if I remember correctly. And start to work on dissolving that distance is an issue. Energy travels, as we've just talked about in another question. So it really doesn't matter where 2 people live. Okay, my specific person was in another country, 25-hour flight away, but I worked on my self-love and I worked on me and I worked on collapsing space and time in my head. Okay, and then what happens is you then are able to become together. And it doesn't matter what country. You just imagine being together, and imagination creates reality, remember. Okay? So I can tell you from experience it works. But you've got to try and send love, give from an unconditional place. Okay? There's a meditation to give unconditional love. So have a look at that to help you as well, to get you into practicing that. Okay? Fantasy. Is it okay to visualize the same thing again and again? Absolutely. I do it until things manifest. Do I do it every day? No. Do I do it? Sometimes I might do it every day for a month, and then I go, okay, I've had enough of that for now. I'm going to let it go. I'm just going to do some self-love. I'm going to do some affirmations. And then I might go back to that thing, in another month's time. I've got usually about 3 or 4, sometimes 5 things that I want to manifest. So I don't do them all every single day because that would wear me out. Yeah, I might just do a self-love meditation one night and just go to sleep, or I might not do any meditation and I might go to sleep. Vary it up. If you're tired, go to bed, sleep. If you're really needing sleep, that is one of the best things you can do for yourself, you see. And then meditate or visualize on a night where you're feeling more relaxed. Go to bed earlier and switch the TV off. So, Noelle, hi Agnes, I have a question. Is it possible to manifest a breakup with someone who you need to get away from? Yes, you can. But my question is, why wouldn't you just say it? You can just say it. And rather than manifest the breakup, be honest and perhaps have a conversation rather than, imagining them breaking up with you. I'm not sure how what exactly scenario you're thinking about, but you are allowed. I've had this come up in a lot of emails and coaching, people staying in situations they don't want to be in. Remember, you create that for yourself. You are the one that traps yourself, and you are the one that sets yourself free. So ask yourself, why am I staying in a situation that I don't really want to be in and I'd like to break up? What is keeping me there? Just ask yourself those questions, Noelle, and see if anything comes up, as in some answers to it, if you know what I mean. Kathleen, hello. Marcelo, can LOA be used for unusual relationships, like to get an affair partner back? Look, law of attraction can be used pretty much for anything, but just make sure that whatever you imagine, whatever you do in your own mind, using law of attraction or imagination creates reality, that you don't, how would I put this, deliberately harm anyone else externally by creating something that you wouldn't want someone to do to you. That would always be the benchmark, is the best way I can say it. Pooja, I want to have a Skype class with you. Please be my mentor. Pooja, I don't really mentor anyone. I just really coach people. So you can always book in for that. The description of every single YouTube's got details of mine, my email, etc. And you've emailed me before because I recognize your name. Bianca, how do I revise a job interview that I kind of felt like I messed up? Good question. You can literally walk back into that room in imagination, imagine it how you want it to be, hear them saying things you would have liked them to say, and go into the imaginal scene in a relaxed, self-loving state and radiate love to the interviewers. And say to yourself, I got this. I knew this would be. I knew I was first best. I knew they would choose me. It's about getting that self-worth and self-love and self-confidence and injecting it into the interview. Yeah? Okay. Cole, first time catching you live, just what I needed. Lots of love to you, Cole. How do I change Anna Johansson. How do I change my beliefs about my specific person so that they become more positive? Well, you've got to Stop looking at what is, stop reacting to what is, and start to say, I love how kind they are. I love how positive they are. I love how we connect. I love how we get on. I love how this is the best relationship I've ever had. I love enjoying time with this person. I love how we just are a wonderful match. I love how we laugh. I love how we watch movies. I love how we go for walks. We go to the beach. We go climbing. We go bike riding. We go whatever it is that you want to do together. You start to say those things. See, remember, I'm going to make this really clear, and I'm going to say this so that you get where to go. Relationship problems are never really about relationships. They're always about you and what you have got going on within you. You're carrying it into the relationship. It's being photocopied and it's being projected back to you. So work on you, then the relationship improves. Okay? Always. Project onto the person that which you want them to be. As much as you can, day after day after day. And when the negative stuff comes up, you just go, no, I cast this upon the God within and I go free, I'm imagining this. Because remember, we are conscious creators. And when we do not exert our power of focus and intention on someone, your energy goes all over the place and you just keep noticing the stuff you don't like, and then you get more, you get more, you get more, you get more, you see? Cherry on top. Hi, and yes, how to remain in the state of positivity that I am whole and complete and I'll get what I want in love with oneself for maximum amount, within oneself for a maximum amount of time. Practice, discipline, concentration, focus, repetition. And try not to put that huge weight on, how do I remain in the state of positivity? Remember, you're human, you're going to have emotions. So sometimes you're going to be able to do it and other times you're not. Don't give yourself a hard time. Just say, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to improve 1% a day, 1% a day, 1% a day, just better and better and better. After 100 days, that's 100% more than you were before. So, yeah. Okay. Angela, yes, doing Ho'oponopono every day is a form of self-love. Correct. Sarasala, kisses back to you. Raina, hey, and yes, I've been in a vicious cycle to get my vibes up. I get my dream job and then something happened to remove it as soon as I expected to have it and I feel destroyed. Okay. Raina, go back to living in the end. Go back to feeling the joy of having the job you have. And I would practice revision on that. Go back and revise what happened where you got removed. Just go back and revise it as if that didn't happen. Imagine yourself going back in there again and again and again as if you're working there. Just do revision. Revision is on my channel. Just go into my channel and yes, Vivarelli revision. Have a look at that playlist and apply that. Okay. Michael, what if you struggle to visualize? Is it practice? It is, Michael. It is. But you know what? This might help you. Some people are very visual and they can see pictures very clearly. Some people can't. Some people are more audio. So if you're more of an audio person or a feeling person, use that way into the visualization. So you might hear someone say something with your imaginal ears within your own meditation time, visualization time. Okay? So you might hear someone saying what you want to hear them say, or you might imagine, the sound of traffic. You might hear a coffee machine. Then you might hear the person that you want to be with say something that you really want to hear, but you might not see any visual pictures. That's okay. You can do it that way, Michael. It's no problem. Okay? Okay. Whoa. Thread's gone quick. Nitty, what if you want to change a lot of things in your life? Well, there's a YouTube that the viewer actually asked this question already. There's too many things that I need. I'll put the anything that I mentioned today, I'll put down in the description anyway, the links to those YouTubes. But if you put into My main channel, viewers question, I need too many things, something like that. Okay. But don't worry, if you can't find it, I'll put it in the link down below for you. Okay. Lamha, thanks for doing live streams more often. Well, I didn't really have a YouTube to do today, and all my books are in Australia. I wanted to actually start doing some YouTubes where I read different bits of different books from Catherine Ponder, Joseph Murphy, Neville, of course, but all my books are in Sydney. So I thought I'll do some more lives until I get my books back. When I get to Sydney on the 2nd, no, I fly out of London on the 2nd, I arrive in Sydney on the 4th because I'm in the air for 25 hours. So I will do some more of that. I want to just go through some more really good knowledge with you about lots of different things so that you get more relief, so that you have better relationships, more money, more wonderful jobs, meaningful jobs, etc., etc., etc. So in the meantime, I thought I'll do some lives for you because I know that you guys enjoy it from the views that they've had. So I will continue. Or you like the audio idea. That's good. That's good. Yeah, there's different ways to imagine. It's using the senses, and there's, 5 senses. So you can use different senses depending on what kind of person you are, and you can still get a good result even if you're not visual. Because a lot of people say, I have trouble visualizing. I have trouble visualizing, you see. So just go into imagination the easiest way for you and get good at that one. And then once you get good at that one sense, then you can practice adding in another one. So you might do hearing something and tasting something, depending if it's relevant to the thing you want to manifest, you see. Michael, no problem. Okay, I know when you see things through your, this is Anel. I know when you visualize, you're supposed to see things through your imaginal eyes. Oh, Anel, where's your thing? I've just lost it. It's just gone up so quick. I've lost the thread. Oh, here we go. Through your imaginal eyes and not like you're watching a movie. I usually am able to visualize like I'm watching a movie. Is that okay? Not really, Anel, because it means you're not in the scene. Okay, you've got to be in the scene like you're watching a video game, going through it. So you are actually part of it, because that's where the feelings come from, is being a part of it. Otherwise, you're watching it on a screen. It's like it's not happening to you. You think it's you over there. It looks like you and everything, but you're not connected to it. You're separate. I did a YouTube called How to Imagine. Have a look at that to help you. Okay. LOA 721. I've been giving him love, but sometimes I feel like I'm just a doormat and I get anxious. Does this mean I have to work on I am first best? Yes, I am loved. I'm wanted. I'm secure. How does one feel first best? Well, you feel very loved and very wanted. You don't feel like a doormat. Okay. Watch that you don't put yourself in situations where you get treated like a doormat. Just because you're giving love to someone, a lot of women overgive love and then do it with resentment. So that's not really love. That's not the kind of love I'm talking about. You've got to have self-love, and you're giving it when you've already filled up your own cup and you already feel really good. Okay. So if you're feeling like a doormat, that's not a good place to start from. Okay. You've got to feel loved and then give. So always make sure that you treat yourself with respect by loving yourself first and then another, not putting them on a pedestal, giving them all the love, and then you're sitting here waiting for some. It's not that way around the circle, okay? Random MQT man, have you ever heard of Real Neville's Manifesting Mastery course? Yes, I have heard of it. I don't know anything about it more than that. I have the Real Neville is, something that's been around for a while. So that's about all I can say. Check it out. Anything Neville based, boy, oh boy, that's always worth a look. Rudrakshi Sharma. Can we affirm that he loves me and I love myself for attracting a specific ex back? Yes, but I would do I love myself, I love myself, I love myself, then he loves me. Do you first. It's like they say when you get on the plane, put your own mask on first. Yeah? 25% specific person stuff, 75% self-love. Do the self-love more, okay? Love always is saying, practice one single thought, like my life is really amazing. This thought takes care of all pillars. Yep, that's a great general one. MKB, please do more success stories. Well, I'm waiting for some to come in. I've got a couple, but they're not, I think there's one in my inbox that's for someone that's passed a test or something, and there's another one for some other topic. I just received it in the last few days. I have to wait, MKB, for people to send them to me. Otherwise, sometimes I do a lot because I get a lot, and then I don't get any for a while. So just depends on the ebb and flow. Carla. Hi, and yes, what's the best way to dissolve the trying to get feeling? Self-love meditation, yes, and radiating love out, affirmations. I'm finding myself anxious if, for example, my SP doesn't reply to my text. For starters, I would make sure you're not sending too many. Don't be an over-contactor, because that's coming from trying to get, as you know, and you said, how do I dissolve the trying to get feeling? Remember also that someone is not your source of love, but that stuff, that neediness, that anxiety you get, that stuff often comes from childhood, because certain things happened and it wasn't given to us, and that's when that anxiety started to be created. So then when we go into adulthood, we attract people that feeling comes up again, okay? So try and work on really, I love myself, I love myself. For those of you that have not read Kamal, I'll put a link down below for his book. It's called Love Yourself Like Your Life Depends on It. It's a very thin book. You can read it in under an hour. I think if you Google it, you can actually get a free PDF still. I've put a lot of links up for free PDFs of that book, and they've been removed over time. You can buy the book, obviously, on Amazon. It's a very, very, very helpful book for this very thing, Carla. And I suggest you check it out. So he was extremely depressed, Kamal, and everything was going wrong. And he basically wrote this book to say what he did within 1 month. He was in a completely different state. So have a look at that. Pooja, no, I can't meet you in London. I'm about to leave. So not possible at the moment. I've totally lost where this is. Tina Monic, hi, and yes, I love when you read nuggets from your books. Yeah, I love the nuggets too. Just because Neville has got so much information, even though his books are small, the nuggets, I think, just make it easier, little bite-sized little chicken nuggets that you can absorb. Epsita, is it possible to know when it's going to happen? Because setting a time limit is kind of creating resistance for me. Well, if it's creating for resistance for you, don't do it. Okay. Yes, it is possible to know roughly when it's going to happen. There is a YouTube I did called put into my channel, you can track and trace your manifestation. Put in those keywords, because I did do it. It is very much based on, you can check on the emotional scale, which comes from Abraham Hicks, where you are on the scale, and you will feel when you ask yourself about this subject, how do I feel? And you can check the emotional scale, because when you're on the brink of something, you're no longer disturbed by things. You don't need it anymore to make you happy. That's how you usually know you're close to a manifestation, because you no longer are affected emotionally by having or not having this, whatever this is on any given time. Okay. So if someone, Christina, if someone says he's not for relationship, what that means in a Neville way, he's not for relationship. I'm not sure, Christina, do you mean he doesn't want one? If I'm going to assume that that's what you mean, what does that mean in a Neville way? Well, it just means you've got what you've got for now. if you want a relationship with this person, then practice the Neville's living in the end and see how you go with that. Remember, everything's just everything around you, it's like a total projection of your feelings, thoughts, and beliefs. You don't even need to ask people what they think, feel, and believe. You just got to look at what they're living. Okay? That will tell you what they think, feel, and believe about money, relationships, health, travel, meaningful work. Everything that people live is a energetic photocopy of those thoughts, feelings, and beliefs. Okay? Okay, let me just read this. Abhilash, about the impress technique, go to my channel. I did a YouTube called How to Impress, okay? Just go through that video and just follow, because I know sometimes you feel like you're trying too hard with all these different techniques. Have a look at that and then just go through it, okay? Because it's actually quite a simple technique, but I know when you hear lots of different stuff, it just fries your brain sometimes. So have a look at that to get some clarity, okay? Oh, Jew, Agnes, can you tell me how to release my anger towards a third person? Should I just keep reminding myself if I attracted this situation, I shouldn't be angry? Well, no, because I mean, understand that you're angry. You know, we're human and it's understandable that you have an angry reaction to that. Try to say to yourself, okay, this is where I'm at right now and this is what I've attracted. There's a good chance that I've got some beliefs that have created this. I'm second best. I'm not important. I don't matter. I'm not good enough. I'm not secure. You might have some beliefs around I'm suspicious, I'm jealous, I don't trust, some things like that. Have a look at those. Write them down. Flip them into the positive. I'm loved. I'm wanted. I'm first best. I trust the flow of life. Write in some affirmations and do them hundreds of times a day. Okay? There is a woman that I have been coaching for quite some time, and I use her continually with her permission as an example. She does between 500 and 2,000 affirmations a day to change the repetitive, habitual negative thoughts in her head. So please know that if one person can do that, that it's possible for you in your third person, in your third party situation, Jew. But also try to really work on your self-love, okay? Whether it's meditations, affirmations, caring for yourself physically, and training your mind to distract. Because the more you focus on that, you're watering a plant that you do not want to grow, okay? So kill that plant by not watering it, pull away as best you can, do the Ho'oponopono prayer to distract yourself, do the I love myself, I love myself, I love myself hundreds of times a day, and just do not let your head linger around there, okay? BJ7, how do you radiate or send love? Have a look at a YouTube I did, Radiating Love Out to Your Person. It will explain it to you step by step because it is a meditation style one. It'll tell you how to do it, okay? Nidhi, I wish to bump into you someday at the airport or something. Well, you never know. I bumped into a woman just down the street from where I live, and she said, I know you. And I had a scarf and a hat and gloves and a coat on. How she recognized me when it was only that amount, that amount of me poking out was an incredible thing. And so, yeah, it happened. It happened. I was more surprised than she was. Nathan, how important is self-love when attracting your SP back? 100% important. Is that more important than visualizing? No, visualizing would be part of that self-love, but you have to feel love for the self to attract love from another. The more you're in neediness, longing, that pushes people away from you. The more you're feeling loved and wanted and secure and that you matter and that you are good enough, that is what pulls in love to you. You have to be feeling what you want to attract that from others. You can't be in neediness and longing and desperation and attract love. They don't go together. They're like this. You have to feel loved to get loved. You know, Abraham Hicks has said it many times. If you feel loved, you are. If you feel unloved, you are. If you feel wanted, you are. If you feel unwanted, you are. If you feel good enough, you are. If you feel secure, you are. If you feel afraid, you are, etc., etc. It's literally that simple. So, Deborah, you have nothing to ask? Oh, thank you. I'm glad. Thank you for your kind words, Deborah. Lovely, lovely. Magna, you look gorgeous. Thank you. I've been to the hairdresser today. My lovely little man fixed my head and the hair's on my head. So always a good feeling. That's part of self-care and self-love, is doing that stuff. Random cutie man. I'm loving Neville Goddard. Excellent. Woohoo! I love him too. Fantasy. Jay Han. I just wanted to say thank you, and yes, for becoming really secure and self-loving. Still a long way to go. Wonderful. Hey, it's all we can do is just practice it, you know? All of us, as best we can. It's an ongoing journey. Ongoing journey. You know, someone asked me recently, when you had anxiety, when you had fear, when you had this, you had that, what did you do? I still get fear. I still get anxiety. I still freak myself out with, I still have to practice all this stuff too. It's not like it goes away and it never comes back. You know, it's this human part of us. Certain things trigger off certain things in us. And I still have nights where I don't sleep because I've got too much going on in my head, or I'm worried about someone, a friend, something's happening to them, and I'm trying to radiate love to them and let go. And, this stuff, it's not and I've been doing this for 30 years. I haven't woken up after 30 years and gone, oh, yeah, I'm so calm and serene and nothing ever happens. I had anxiety 2 days ago about stuff that was happening with there was 3 things going on and I was just imploding. And, it was affecting my sleep. It was affecting my state of mind. I had to do lots of affirmations, lots of meditations, go for walks, surrender, let go, ho'oponopono, on and on and on. You guys know because you're doing it. Okay. Lyra, why do I get mentally exhausted at the very thought of doing daily meditations? I don't know. Meditations are a recharge. A lot of people, Lyra, don't like sitting still. They don't like thinking and being introspective. They don't like feelings coming up. Because when you sit in meditation, stuff comes up sometimes. So, if you don't want to do them, you don't have to. But the meditations are about calming yourself down emotionally. And if you've got a lot of drama going on the outside, it's calming the self down that calms the outside down, you see. Okay, Singing Bird. Nowadays, I don't feel the need of him, but I do miss him. What do I do? Well, you stop missing. Because missing is about, I want to get something from you. I want to see you. I need you. Or I, want you, or all this stuff. Radiate love to him. And if you really want to be with him, that's okay. But don't just sit in that. Do something to give. Wanting to be is about, I want to get. Okay? Missing someone is about, I want to get your time. I want to get your attention. I want to get your reassurance. I want to get your love. See, people think missing someone's a good thing. It's actually not really that great, because it's usually coming from, I'm not getting something that I was getting from you, or I want to get something from you that I'm not getting. So, we're human, miss a little bit, but then flip it. Okay? Flip it. Shahida, and yes, I feel better since my breakup. Does that mean my meditation is helping me? Yeah, and also probably what you're doing in your head, your repetitive habitual thought patterns are improving. I still want him back. I continue doing my affirmations and meditation, but sometimes I feel heavy thing in my gut. Well, that's just, it takes time to change what you've been doing in your head when you've had a breakup. Just do your best, be gentle with yourself, surrender and let go, cry if you need to, run, sleep, cook, eat, distract, fill the day with something good. Love yourself as best you can from morning till bedtime. Fazia, tell me how to feel when I say I'm first best. You've got to feel, it's a feeling of feeling loved and wanted. Okay, and Nell, about the visualization response, what if I adopt the belief that as long as I visualize and still feel strong, happy emotions while I'm visualizing, like a movie, can I manifest? Can I manifest? And now, being in the scene is important. It is more important, okay? If you want to practice it your way and it's working for you, then you go ahead. But I'm telling you, being in a scene, looking at your eyes is what it creates a stronger line of energy than you just over there. Okay, it just does. So by all means, do it the way you want. But I'm just telling you from experience, it is more important to be in a scene, like you're playing a video game. Okay. JLJT. I've been watching your videos for over a year and it helped me manifest my SP back a couple of times. I have to work more on the self-love, as the last interactions I projected a lot of my fears. Okay. Well, you know what? Good insight. Eden, you're funny. Eden Evolution. I have found the book, The 5 Lessons, James. Okay. I don't know that book, James. If you want to email me, if once you've read it, if it's good, I'm always open to people email me things that I can share with everybody else. Pooja, can you please explain about self-love? I really love myself. Then how do I get self-love? Pooja, it's not about getting self-love. It's about generating a feeling of love, like you would, like, say, for a pet or your mum or a friend or a child or someone who's important to you. The feeling you get when you think of them, that feeling is to capture that for your own self. Okay? I don't know how else to describe it. It's just a feeling you have for yourself when you repeat, you get this surge of, just feels good to be you, rather than feeling unwanted, unloved. It's the opposite of all that, is, I think, the best way I can describe it to you. Kathy, I sometimes use up my excessive energy by doing meditation while moving around. Mindless tasks like laundry don't use up too much of my brain energy, so I let my mind meditate or even visualize. Yeah, Kathy, if that works for you, that's fine. But a big part of meditation is not multitasking. It's concentration with an inactive body. You shut down the physical, you shut down the senses, and you go in to experience the stillness, and then using that to imagine. We are so multitasking in this 2018 that we skim over the top of everything. I mean, if that's working for you and it's manifesting stuff for you, then, by all means, keep doing it. But I just know that so many of us don't want to sit still, or can't sit still, or the brain wanders around, the mind wanders around, the attention wanders around, because we multitask on everything. And that's why we don't manifest things, because we don't have a clear line of energy between us and the thing we want. It's like you got to take all that peripheral out. I mean, I know walking meditations are fine. If you want to walk and affirm, it's an affirmation, that's fine. So, but just remember, nothing can replace sitting quietly, shutting down technology, shutting your eyes, shutting everything, breathing and letting go. You breathe, you bring your awareness to your mind's eye, and you let go and surrender, and then you can put visualization into your meditation. Okay? So, okay. Whew. Now, okay, I'm going to do one more here. Missy Yatta, what do you do when your specific person initiates for sex only, but when you want a relationship, how do you make him commit and make him get, oh, that went too quick. Well, if someone is just coming at you for sex, you've got to, and you want a relationship, you've got to look at, why am I, firstly, if I am saying yes to it, that is disrespectful to the self. It's also accepting sex when you want love. So that's not good self-love. That's actually the opposite. It's self-disrespect. So if two people just want to have sex, no problem. But if one of you is having sex and the other one is giving sex because they want love, you got to look at, why am I doing that? Because I think this is all I can get. I'll take the crumbs, whatever. So if you want commitment, stop giving sex and then get your self-love into a good place. Have a look at a YouTube I did called Silver versus Platinum, okay? That'll help you a little. And have a look at another one called Friends with Benefits. And have a look at another one called, I think it's First Best, Second Best. Have a look at that. Or there's also a viewer's question. Put in accepting sex when I want love. Put in those keywords and see what pops up. Okay, everybody, I'm going to scoot. I have to go and do something for someone on here that I said I would do today. And lots of love. I'll see you again. And I will be back. Also, keep an eye on Instagram, because there will be something posted where I'm giving something away, and it will be posted at a very random moment. And that's all I'm saying. Lots of love, everybody. See you soon. And remember to love yourselves, and remember to take care of yourselves as lovingly as you would somebody else that you love very much. Okay? Self-love, self-love, self-love. And if you can, practice meditation, practice slowing down, and practice your affirmations. Okay? Lots of love.